Hello YouTube, Hellhound3713 here, and this is going to be an update on the Lenovo T440p. Now, as I'm sure you saw my other videos on that laptop, this is going to be an update on what has happened since those videos. I've written out a whole 2-page review that after I get completely edited, I will be posting on a few different websites to let people know aware of what issues I have had with both the laptop and Lenovo's repair and technical support team. So I'm just going to paraphrase what I've written and let you know what's been going on. So I purchased the laptop, I got it, all's fine and dandy, everything's good. After about 2 months of use of the laptop, the CD and DVD drive stopped working completely, out of nowhere. I called Lenovo, and they sent me a replacement, they sent me instructions, they sent me to their website page with the instructions on how to fix it, and sent me the replacement. I installed the replacement, no problem, sent them back the broken one to their recycling center. Another 8 days, keyboard control key snaps off. And it was the one that's next to the arrow keys, so it's one that I hardly ever use, and it just snaps off out of nowhere. So, Lenovo Tech, I called tech support. They sent me a replacement keyboard and the instructions on how to install it. I did that myself. So far, no issues with tech support. Now, if you're keeping track, this is now issue number 3. After 2 weeks of using the keyboard, out of nowhere, the backlighting of the keyboard just stops working. So I take off the keyboard to look to see if maybe the ribbon came loose, like maybe I didn't insert it all the way. Come to find out that the ribbon connector has actually broken for the where the ribbon connects to the motherboard. That connector is actually broken. So I call Lenovo. They tell me to send. They send me a box. They tell me that they'll send me a box, and to send my laptop to the repair center using that box. Now, by the time the laptop gets to the repair center, it's been 20 days since the keyboard first malfunctioned. That would be back when the control key snapped off. Let me see here. I'm reading the review as I'm going here. Now, this is issue 3.1. I said 3.1 because, well, you'll understand in a moment. The repair center called me and said that I broke the connector, and it would cost me $735 to fix my laptop. I told them that I did not break the connector, and that the Lenovo tech support agent said that the repair would be covered under the warranty. So, after a few calls with Lenovo and the repair center and 10 days, I got my laptop back fixed at no cost to me. So, thumbs up there. But that's not really true because they put me through all the hassle, and it was supposed to be, I think it was like a 3-day turnaround, and it wound up being 10 before I actually received my laptop back. Issue number 4. Bear in mind, this is a almost $1,900 system we're talking about here. And within about 3 months, I've had 4 issues. And here's the 4th issue. A few days after receiving my laptop from the repair center, the fingerprint reader stopped working. Now, I say stopped working because it was working before I sent it to the return center, but when I received it back, it wasn't working. So, take that for what you will. At this point, I felt that I got a lemon from Lenovo, and I called. And when I called Lenovo's tech support, I told them what happened and asked for a refund of the purchase price of $1,875.96. As you know in my reviews, I am upfront and honest on the cost I spend for my products that I purchase, for the products that I purchase. So, that was how much I spent for this laptop, and I felt I got a really good price on it. Until all the issues started going wrong with it. Lenovo tech support said because it was more than 30 days, they will not issue a refund, but they would issue a new replacement laptop with the same or better parts inside. Then I was sent to a few different Lenovo tech support supervisors, and then got a hold of someone from a local Lenovo customer advocacy team. It's a mouthful, I know. And he told me that the processor I ordered was no longer available, which kind of doesn't make any sense because I bought the laptop as soon as it came out. I mean, this was a relatively new model from Lenovo. It had just come out probably about a month, if that, before I actually purchased it. So that kind of caught me off as odd, but it is what it is. And because of that, Lenovo would upgrade my RAM from 8 gigs to 16 gigs to kind of compensate for the difference in processor. From the time I requested my refund and was told a replacement would be sent, it has taken over a month to send me the replacement system. Now, at this point in time, the original system was still operational, even though the fingerprint reader was not working. But that was a feature that I was charged for in the purchase price, so I felt it needed to work. Upon receiving the replacement, I set up the new laptop and put all my data onto the new system from my external hard drive. And the replacement laptop would not let me access any of my files. Now that's music, documents, photos, videos, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It would give me an error. I don't know if I wrote that in here. No, I did not write the exact error that it gave me, but it was like the system hard drive is locked, I think it was, or something. So I called the Lenovo rep, who issued the replacement and told him of the problem with the replacement. And he asked if I had talked with the Lenovo repair tech, which I said that I did, and that the tech told me the only way the tech knew of how to fix the problem was to downgrade to Windows 7 for a cost of $200. Now that's on top of the $1,875 that I've already spent, which would take the computer over $2,000. So, at that point, I told the Lenovo rep that I felt that Lenovo had wronged me, and I know people who have spent less money on a car that has lasted longer than this laptop has, than I spent on this laptop. Let me re-say that, because I think I might have said that wrong. I know people who have spent less money on a car than I spent on this laptop, and the car has lasted longer. I hope I got my point across there. I also told him that I had saved for over a year to buy the laptop. I did 6 to 9 months of research before I purchased a laptop, and all of the research said that Lenovo was the best of the best. And I am very disappointed with Lenovo. And then I asked for a refund, and the rep told me he would see what he could do, and said he would call me back in 10 to 15 minutes. Here is where I have to criticize the sales rep. Well, what was he? Hold on a second. The Lenovo customer advocacy team member that I was appointed. The agent, I guess you could call him. I have to criticize him on this because he told me he would call me back in 10 to 15 minutes. It was well more than that. After 2 days, I called and left him a message. I didn't receive anything back for a few days, so over the next week or so, I called and left message after message. After I think it was about a week and a half, I left him a message and marked it as urgent on his voicemail. The next day, I finally get a call back from him. At that point, he told me that the refund was approved and I should have it in about a week. Now, in case you're keeping track, that's line number 2, or misinformation number 2. Because it took 1 month for me to receive my full refund in check form from FedEx overnight. Now, I don't think that's FedEx's fault, but it came FedEx overnight, so I wanted to point that out just in case you cared. But I blame Lenovo and the tech for that, or the representative for that, because he told me it would be a week and it was a month, but that's beside the point. A week later, the check did clear my account in my bank. I wanted to put that information in there, not that you guys were wondering if the check bounced or if it just was canceled or whatever. But the check did clear and the money is in my account, thankfully. So, in conclusion, I do not recommend Lenovo to anyone, and I urge anyone who is thinking about a Lenovo laptop to think twice before they order. Now, this may have just been a fluke on the system that I got, I don't know, but I will never buy a Lenovo product again. So, at the time of this video, I have actually already done the research needed to purchase a new laptop at a greatly reduced cost. Because I felt if I'm going to spend $1875.96 on a laptop and it not last for 2 months before giving me issues, why bother spend that much money? Why not just spend less money on a newer laptop? And I did research. I talked with family members. I talked with friends. I talked with a few computer gurus that I know, and they all told me that the system I chose was a good system to go with and it was solid. I will probably be purchasing that laptop in the next week or so because I start college in about a month, not even a month. I think it's probably about 3.5 weeks. So you will see that very soon. I will have an unboxing and overview of that computer, and then I will be upgrading it. I'm not personally going to be doing that. I'm going to have a professional tech do that. Just because if I do it myself, I void my warranty. If I have the tech do it, my warranty stays intact, and because it's a brand new system, I'm not messing with it. So, because the system I want only comes with 6 gigs of RAM and a 5400 RPM hard drive, I'm going to be upgrading to probably 12 gigs of RAM by sticking an 8 gig memory stick in there. And, because if I'm not mistaken, it comes with a 2-stick and a 4-stick, so I'll remove the 2-stick, add an 8-stick, and make it 12. I'll have 12 gigs of RAM, and I'll be upgrading the 5400 RPM hard drive to a 7200 RPM hard drive, and still keep it at several $100s under the purchase price of Lenovo. And, I mean, it won't be as fast or as high performance as the Lenovo, but now that I really look at it, I really don't need an i7 processor, a Core i7, so I've downgraded to an i5. I think that'll be sufficient, but I'll be upgrading from 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, and instead of having a 256 gig solid state drive, I'll have a 500 gig 7200 RPM hard disk drive. So this video has been going on for about 14 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. And I hope you guys will stay with my channel and see the new laptop. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so I'm going to make you guess. Or, if you want to, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Let me know what laptop you think I'm going with. So just a little tidbit. I'll give you a little hint. 750 gig, 5400 RPM hard drive, 6 gigs of RAM, and a Intel Core i5 4210U processor. That's all I'm giving you. So, and also purchase price of less than $1,800. That's all I'm giving you. Feel free to comment below on what system I'm going with, and in the next few weeks I should have the overview and unboxing video up on YouTube, hopefully, if all goes well. So I'll see you then. Hellhound 3713 out.